Hello, and welcome back for another adventure in the cookie jar. Today we're doing the 9th recipe from the Cinnamon Roll Murder. They are called Eleanor Olson's Oatmeal Cookies. Just a quick little cookie recipe. You are going to preheat the oven to 350. You're going to want 1 cup of butter softened, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of white sugar, 2 eggs beaten, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 cups of flour, 3 cups of quick cooking oatmeal, half a cup of chopped nuts, optional. Eleanor used walnuts, half a cup of raisins or another small, fairly soft, sweet treat, optional. It has a note with that saying the optional fruit or sweet treats are raisins, any dried fruit chopped into pieces, small bites of fruit like pineapple or apple, or small soft candies like M&M's, Milk Duds, chocolate chips, butterscotch, or any other flavored chips. Lisa and I even used Sugar Babies once. They're chocolate-covered caramel nuggets, and everyone was crazy about them. I feel like they put those in a recipe a couple, like maybe in the last book. You can also use larger candies if you push one in the center of each cookie. Here, as in so many recipes, you are only limited by the selection your store has to offer and your own imagination. The second note, these cookies are very quick and easy to make with an electric mixer. Of course, you can also mix them by hand. And the only other thing is they yield approximately 3 dozen chewy, satisfying oatmeal cookies. Everything's ready. Let's get started. This is what we'll need for these cookies. So this recipe is very much a this goes in, this goes in, this goes in. So what we're starting with is creaming the butter and the sugar together. And you can definitely tell it's getting to winter because these have been sitting out all night and they are still pretty solid. So I'm just going to give those a couple minutes to play. When that is all nicely incorporated, we're going to add our eggs. Now we want to add, while this is on low, we're going to add the salt, the baking soda, and the vanilla. Next, we have half a cup of flour, so basically 3 sets of flour. And then our oats, our walnuts, raisins. I do recommend giving this a final stir by hand, and then it says to let it sit while you prepare your trays, the parchment paper or a non-stick spray. I think I'm just going to let it sit for 5 minutes because my trays are already ready. We will see you in a minute. Okay, so it has had its 5 minutes. It does mention dipping your tablespoon or your cookie scoop into water for an easier release. I do think we're getting more than 3 dozen out of this, just because this is almost full and there's still probably a sheet or 2 in here. So we ended up with 65 cookies in total. That's 5 dozen and our hand on 3. They'll go in the oven for 10 minutes. Here are our cookies, all nice and baked. We did get a lot. Have a nice, almost like a crusty bottom, caramelized. Nice. And just like a regular oatmeal cookie. They could use some cinnamon or some nutmeg. They're like a very bottom tier oatmeal recipe. This is the one you master and then you start mixing everything into to create something awesome. Is it good? Yes, it is a perfect base. But it definitely feels like there could be a lot more to it. Next week we are doing the recipe German pancakes. I'm not sure what makes them German. Maybe it's how they make them or the style. Maybe it's the flavors. If you're interested, join us next week. I hope you all have a good one.